You are live with the Bowtie Guy. How's everybody doing today? Listen, I just want to thank everybody that has went to YouTube and subscribed to my channel. It is definitely a blessing. If you have not subscribed yet, please go to YouTube, Live with the Bowtie Guy. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right, today we're going to be talking about teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody knows me, know that's a big deal for me. I'm a huge sports person. I love the camaraderie on sports. I love the team aspect on sports. I love where you have to hold somebody else accountable in sports. And you know, the great thing about it, it's the same thing that you have to do in a relationship. Whether it's a relationship at work, whether it's a relationship with your kids, whether it's a relationship with your friends, or a relationship with your parents, whether it's a romantic relationship, you still have to do the exact same things of teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I mean? And I just came up with a couple of things that I think that can help us out, in any kind of relationship. The first thing that we need to understand is we got to have defined roles on a team aspect. I've seen movies and shows where they try to be a team, and then they say got too many Indians too many chiefs in the kitchen. Too many chiefs, no Indians. You just cannot have it. Everybody can't be the leader. Everybody can't be a specific thing. Everybody has to have defined roles. We have to know what our roles are. We have to adhere to those roles. And each person needs to be held accountable to what your role is. You're not going to hold the CEO of a company to the same level of standards to the janitor of the company. It just doesn't work that way. The janitor doesn't have the same kind of responsibility as the CEO. You see what I'm saying? The quarterback doesn't have the same responsibility as the water boy on the team. Everybody has clear defined roles. Not saying that the water boy or the janitor doesn't have a positive role or an important role. They definitely do on their level. But you just have to have your clear defined role and do what you need to do on your level. The CEO is messing up the company, we're going to talk to him on the CEO level. If the janitor is messing up where he's messing up, we're going to talk to the janitor on the janitor's level. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has to have clear defined roles. Secondly, you got to be able to communicate. That's a huge thing, especially in relationships. Communication, we talk about it, but we don't really execute it. We don't really adhere to it. Communication is vital. There's no way that I can be playing sports on a football team and we call a play in the huddle, and then when we get to the line of scrimmage, I just run a different play. I just do kind of what I wanted to do after we communicated what we were saying we were going to do. And the line of scrimmage in a lot of our worlds is reality, is real life. You cannot just go out and just run your own play after y'all have already spoke about it at home. Y'all was going to do it this way, or y'all talked about doing it this way. You have to be able to communicate, understand what the person is saying, and listen. You understand what I'm saying? That's a big thing. Communication is vital. You have to be able to communicate. If we are going to run a different play at the line of scrimmage, guess what? Everybody needs to be told. Everybody needs to be said. What pay manager say? Omaha, Omaha. Tell everybody, alert, alert. You got to say something. You got to be able to let everybody know that's a part of this play that, hey, we're not going to run that play no more. We're going to do something else. This is what we're going to do. I think this might be better for us. And we go with it. Sometimes that may be the best thing, and sometimes it may not be the best thing. But we still go with it. That's all we can do. Then, when you got to have goals, you got to be able to have goals in y'all's relationship. You got to be able to know your personnel. You got to be able to have clearly defined roles. Lastly, on know your personnel, know who you're dealing with. Know what kind of person you're dealing with. Every single person don't adhere to everything, and they don't understand the same way. Their level of comprehension is not the same. So if you know that you're in a relationship with a person that you have to respond to this in this way, do that and work on that. Work on responding to people in their love language of communication, and their love language of a relationship. That's huge. Don't just go and try to be, that they like acts of service. Well, I'm going to give them time and attention. You're just giving them something that they're not actually needing or wanting. If I want a whole bunch, if I'm water and I'm thirsty, and then you come and bring me a piece of chocolate cake, I mean, that's great. The chocolate cake probably tastes wonderful, but I need some water. I'm thirsty. So adhere to whatever it is. I know your personnel. If I got 4 or 5 different receivers out there, I cannot throw the ball to them each the same way. When Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill and he had Travis Kelce, those are 2 great receivers, but you can't throw the ball to them the exact same way in the same spot. They're 2 different receivers. You have to throw it to them that what adheres to their skill set. That's what we have to do. Find out what is going to make your team better. Your team is you and your husband, you and your wife, your husband and wife and your kids. Who's ever in your house, that's who's going to make your team better. That's what we're trying to find out. Teamwork makes the dream work. The dream is for us to be in peace and for us to be in harmony and for us to be in love. That's what the dream is. And doing well, taking trips. We got money in the bank. That's the dream. The teamwork is how do we get there? What goals are we going to set to get there? How are we going to hold each other accountable to get there? That's all it is. I took a cruise one time and it was wonderful because when we got there, it was like, wow. The dream of us going and taking this cruise was phenomenal. Teamwork make the dream work. Listen, this is just one guy's opinion. This is food for thought. I hope you stay hungry, my friends. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing. You feel me? I'll hit y'all with something different. Hey, it takes two. Not one, it takes two. Hey. It takes two to make it out of sight. You got it takes two. The two of y'all can conquer the world. It takes two to make a thing go right. Hey. It takes two to make it out of sight. You feel me?